Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping and running up and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. Today, we got a little bit of a longer video. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I'm not sure. I appreciate y'all, man. I love the collective. If you just tapping in and you watching on your TV or whatever the case is, just like coming to the channel for the videos or the vibe, whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I'm wishing you nothing but a smooth 7 as well. Man, but today, I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Okay, this is either really cool or a little strange, but that's who you're doing business with, right? So.
What is this?
That is Marilyn's hair. So.
You can clone her.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I'm literally going to do some crazy voodoo shit that I want to wait. And I channel her. This
Incredible.
is so special to me. Thank you so much. This is so cool. So cool.
Good vibes.
Wow. This is sleeping with me every night.
What y'all think? Joke or no?
What happened on the set of Wicked? That is the question that one journalist is asking after Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo have shown significant weight loss on this press tour. As we all know, Ariana and Cynthia have been looking rather small lately. Then this blind item came out, claiming she is fainting because she allegedly refuses to eat. Fans have been sharing their concern for the stars, and now this journalist has claimed that they both look so scarily thin that it makes me uncomfortable. If you don't want to hear about it, keep scrolling. If you want to know what's in the article, come with me. Okay, let's start by saying that the journalist actually wrote that she is aware that she is breaking the unspoken rule not to talk about females' bodies. She knows that journalists disgraced the profession in the 90s and the early noughties. I mean, God, we all remember that. And she basically said that she is part of the women and feminist journalism group that is trying to right those wrongs. She also said that stans may see this as a criticism of their favourite, but she's really saying, you know, where are Cynthia and Ariana's teams during all of this? And she said it's better to risk being rude and say something rather than to be silent and to see the destruction of these two women's well-being. Okay, let's get into it. So the journalist, India Block from The Standard, said that we should be concerned for Ariana and Cynthia, and also the women and the girls who are looking up to these two actresses. She also suggested that we ask serious questions about both of their management and what happened on the Wicked set. So she shares 2 photos of Ariana and Cynthia before filming started, and this is them now. And India says, how have they been pushed this far over shooting one movie? She then compares it to the likes of Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman, who quite literally starved themselves for their roles in Les Mis, which she says, if this is the movie that they were doing, it would almost be excusable, but it's not. So she goes on to quote Cynthia, and she talks about how both actresses seem to have caught during the filming. And she's gone through interviews, and she said both have hinted at what sounds like an intensely pressured schedule on set. Cynthia even said we worked ourselves to the bone and admitted that she was secretly grateful to have a break when strikes forced production to halt. She adds that if it was just Ariana who had been seen to lost a significant amount of weight, she would be more hesitant to comment on that. Because Ariana has had such a traumatic passage to stardom. She said Ozempic is bulldozing its way through the body positivity movement, but we cannot let this level of thinness go unremarked upon. With young people in the UK seeking treatment for eating almost doubling between 2016 and 2023, she said it cannot be normalised to be this underweight. Concluding, she says this is an indictment of Ariana and Cynthia's management, the Wicked team and the entertainment industry as a whole. Who is looking after them? And what happened on set? Ariana and Cynthia have not really said anything bad happened on set, mostly that they were just worked very hard. John M. Chu was the director. After reading that article, do you think something happened on set? Let me know in the comments below. Bye.
Might be a far reach, but it's worth looking. I don't know though.
Somebody please explain to me how the fuck this happens. So the Wicked movie is set to be released on November 22nd. So upon release of the movie, they dropped some dolls, some toy dolls that you can buy for your kids. This is one of them, and this is another one. But the thing I don't get that I'm still trying to get is how the f did they mistake by putting an adult film link on the back of the box. Yes, y'all, an adult film. So if you bought this doll toy for your kids, make sure you go and rip that link off the back because it's gonna pull up corn. I really just don't see how this is possible, bruh. How is it possible for you to mistake to put a corn site on your box? So as of now, they pulled all these dolls off the shelf so they can fix the label packaging. Like I said, that's just shit that shouldn't happen. And when did they figure out that this led to a corn site? The amount of people that probably clicked that link, or even kids, bruh. Shit crazy.
Hey, spam it up if you bought one of those toys for your child and you can attest to that. Or tell me if y'all know it's fake for sure. Let me know which side y'all leaning towards also. If y'all hearing it for the first time like me, I didn't hear nothing like that. But I'm not in the loop of toys and I've never heard nothing like that. I'm like literally hearing that for the first time. Have y'all heard this before? Or is it fake? Is it truthful? If it's truthful, give me your experience. If it's fake, give me why you think it's fake. Or where you heard that it was fake at. Let me know. Ariana Grande used to be one of my crushes. I'm just gonna say that now. She was one of the crushes, bro. But they look a little bit thin. They do look really thin. But if I'm not mistaken, Ariana Grande looked thin before she started shooting that movie. I don't remember where I saw her. But I remember she was on stage with somebody. I can't remember who it was, like a political event or something. I saw her on stage. And she looked normal. But the next time I saw her, she looked like that. So I'm not sure if it's the set. But I thought Ariana Grande looked thin before that. But let me know if I'm reaching. Let me know what y'all feeling. Because that's what I thought. So I'm not sure if it's the set. But we heard shit was going wrong with Wizard of Oz. And even some people like, this ain't part 2. This is just the storylines of the witches. That's cool. Whatever the case is. They birds of a feather. Shit. Damn near the same shit. So it's like, do y'all think something was going wrong on this set too? Because it went wrong in Wizard of Oz. Not saying they're the same movie. But they close to. They very close. I'm gonna watch my language, y'all.
Have you seen this bird? Police in Missouri are frantically trying to find it. It's been a rebel, and it's been starting wildfires across the state, and it's been crazy. It's burned. I think now they said it's up to 75% of the wildlife in the state has been burned by this bird. And so it's learned to use its beak to create sparks. So it will hit its beak against the rock like this, and it will spark, and it will put a little kindling down, and when it starts on fire, it will grab it, fly it to some dry brush, and start it on fire. The police have engaged with scientists because they've never seen this type of behavior before. And the scientists, by looking at the video, have said that they think that this bird has accessed parts of its brain that no other birds have before. And so it's smarter. But it's got like a serial tendency to it where it just wants to wreak havoc. And so if you've seen this bird, they said don't approach it, but call authorities and let them know where it is.
I'm having a hard time believing that one.
I need you all to see what I captured in the sky tonight. This is November 14th. While coming home, I had to pull over and pull out my phone to record. But while you're watching, I want to know, TikTok, why did you take my video and give me a community guideline in regards to the movie Lockdown 2025? All I did was showed a movie clip and asked whose voice you hear. So why did you take it, TikTok? Explain it. Why did you take it? Why did you remove my other video that had almost 600,000 views? But anyway, y'all see what's in the sky? I think they know what's coming. Yeah. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Carry on.
Well, let's just think about this Noah Lord thing here now. We got Noah. He gonna go and take 2 animals and put on around the world. Now, Noah's a bad man now. He gonna go to China and get a tiger because the tiger's not in Africa. He gonna get a lion from Africa. Now, let's just think it right now. He gonna take 2 tigers, 2 gorillas, 2 lions, 2 hippopotamus. He don't need no more animals. He just put them on a ship. He's out of here, you gonna take a gorilla or 8. There's 200 species of dogs. He gotta have 2 of them on the ship. 4,000 species of snakes, bats, rats, spiders, gorillas, monkeys, chimpanzee, tigers, orangutan, zebras, eagles that eat cats, cats that eat rats. And he gonna put all that shit on one boat and get his ass up in there. He wouldn't last 5 minutes. Can you imagine a gorilla, a tiger, a hippopotamus, and a goddamn 400 snakes, species of snakes, and 200 species of dogs, Rottweilers, bulldogs. And you gonna put all that on a boat and sail with this shit? Didn't include the whale. Now, how you gonna get a whale on the ark that's bigger than the damn ark?
Check this out, y'all. So you guys know how this is a matrix, how everything is planned and everybody is just going along with the script. Remember, even the NFL and the players in the NBA told y'all everything is scripted.
Are your rings real?
No.
Oh. So it was scripted. You knew you was getting them.
Of course, all day, every day.
So y'all knew you was getting them that year.
Did.
Yeah. It was a script.
True story.
So how about this? Do you believe they have already told us about Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul before? This right here is Joe Glass, and right here, as you can see, is Mike Tyson. This was on the Nintendo about 37, 38 years ago, right? And this guy right here had to end up defeating Mike Tyson. And now we are in the same circumstance, the same situation, or the same script. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like everybody finding out the bit between Will Smith and Chris Rock was fake because, you know, it was scripted. It already happened. So what if I told you this is the same situation here and I could prove that, you know, Jake Paul and Joe Glass are the same beings, you know? You guys know how I use gematria where I'm just putting the letters with their numerical value, and as you can see over here, Joe Glass gives you 72 and Jake Paul gives you 27. Not only that, but in a trigonometron, right, the Kabbalah, if you guys know about the Kabbalah, both Joe Glass and Jake Paul give you 77. So based on the numbers, y'all, what do you guys think? Do you guys think these two individuals are the same? I can go deeper on this, but for some reason when I start showing these numbers, they don't like it on this app. And sometimes the videos are nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think about this video. Let us know down in the comments below, y'all. I told y'all it's going to get a lot more interesting, y'all. But yeah, let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Be honest. Who watched the Mike Tyson fight with Jake Paul? Who watched it? Spam it up and let me know who you thought was going to win. We know who won, but let's think about who y'all think was going to win. I just want to know y'all answer. And it's okay. Yes, it's a rabbit hole you could dive down about people who was watching it, what they was doing, harvesting and all that shit. But just, if you watch it, just remember, whatever you doing, just remember this shit is entertainment. When you watching that shit on TV, it's entertainment. Don't get too wrapped up into giving your energy to it like, oh, I believe it, or I want this person to win. Enjoy it for entertainment. But when, like, you out reading, you read a book, or you learning something, you researching something, that's when you finding the truth. And that's entertainment too, but it's also doing work for the soul. When you watching a boxing match, don't limit yourself to being entertained. Don't limit yourself to not have fun. Just understand what you're watching. And I think it was a script. I just wanted to see Tyson in the ring again. Honestly, I didn't really give a damn who won. I just wanted to see it. But let me know, who'd y'all go for, and be honest. Did y'all watch it? I did watch it. Actually, I stepped in when but right before the two girls fought. And y'all know that was a cheating ass fight. She headbutted her, bro. She did. She leaned in with that head. But it's normal when you got a right hand fighter fighting a left hand fighter. So it's normal, but shit. Come on, every time, man, she did that shit on purpose.
Committee hearing twice, so you didn't have to. First of all, they leaked that they got hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures of these things. They tracked that they are all over the globe, under the ocean, as well as in the space. I'm going to connect some dots for you. Whenever people have to sign documentation saying they can't speak on a government retrieval program, means that there is one. Once again, first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Why? Because Fight Club is real. I hope y'all understand this. So that brings new context to Atlantis. But I want to speak on facts and not become a conspiracy theorist here. But here's the thing. It's alleged that these things have been here longer than us or just as long, which I got another theory. But it shows me that in the Egyptian symbols, when they got the tip of the spear and they're telling us about technological advancement, watching what we create here on Earth, it shows me that there might have been two different species here on Earth. And we both took two different evolutionary paths. And not only that, Loki, I'm going to kick your butt. And I think that when they talk about the flood and resurfacing, how do we know that they're not the ones that resurface to jumpstart us back into society? Also, if these creatures, they say that these creatures could be basically thousands of years ahead of us technologically. So they could actually reset some type of genetic aspect of humanity and cause new growth and new life to come about on the surface world. I think there were two different creatures here of relatively equal intelligence, but upon taking these two different paths, one advanced further than the other. And I think that they're the ones that's controlling us. When you really think about this system, it's a really interesting game that we're playing here. You know, we created society. We create money, define it. Then we create jobs of which you can earn the money that they create. And we define that money. We define these jobs and these hours. Why? Why are we being slaves? That's exactly what this crap is. And if you don't work a job, you're in the street, you're struggling, you're an outcast, you get judged. So many different dangers in the streets. Like, why are we participating in this game? I believe, and this is where I go into conspiracy. See, I don't want to go into conspiracy. But y'all got to really look at life for what it is. Let's really look at life. Dog, you don't think that there might be something smart? They literally just told you aliens are real. UAPs are a real thing. And let me give y'all one more. They also said that people have been injured and paid from UAP injuries. So now we got people out there and we can look up their hospital. Well, we won't be able to look up their medical records. But if there's a nurse, a doctor, if there's somebody out there who want to leak some information, hit me up, yo. I'll give you my email, straight up. But none of you weirdos. Man, it's a very interesting world we're living in, guys. I'm gone.
Hey, look. I'm familiar with HIPAA. So I'm not telling nobody to send nobody's medical records. I ain't promoting that shit at all. So I'm just letting it be known. Them damn doctors gotta abide by HIPAA. The nurses too, medical field in general, maybe other places too. But I don't want no parts of that. But y'all put it out there. I mean, I ain't coming to my hands. I'll push it out there. Might have to bleep out the names or block out something. But I mean, damn. Some people gonna say they still not real. But always remember, this is the age of Aquarius. So they gotta tell us the truth. I think they did just tell us the truth. We're gonna come across some more clips of that, but they did tell us the truth. They just ain't giving us the whole truth. And they about years late, decades late with giving us the information. But I'm respectful of everybody, so let me know if y'all think that them is aliens, and let me know if y'all still think that it's cap. It's like, what? Okay, and if you think that it's fake, if you think aliens ain't real, tell me what would make you believe that they are real. I'm asking. I'm curious. Me, I think they real. I know they real. But some people gonna still have a different opinion. I'm gonna respect it. I just want to know why you feel like that, so I can at least hear you out. It might not change my perspective, but I at least want to hear you out. I want to come to an understanding of why you feel like that. But if you think they're real, again, I think they're real. But now since they let us know they real, they gonna come with that glue team. Can't say the real word, but they coming with glue team, bro. They just giving us bits and pieces. They tell us it's real after they, man, this shit.
It actually happened. Oh my God. Aliens are from our oceans, confirmed today in the Oversight Committee hearing, a live stream that was broadcasted all over the world. The 4 witnesses, which included a retired Navy commander, a rear admiral, confirmed to the Oversight Committee of Congress, hey, they are real. We have UAP materials and bioorganic materials, not just us. Every other country behind closed doors is doing a secret advanced arm race trying to reverse engineer all the technology that they found. They said they're from our oceans. We have 4K video evidence of them appearing from the ocean out of Kuwait, out of Africa, the East Coast, the West Coast, Mexico. Every continent on this planet has UAP video evidence, all leaving our oceans. They say it's not human, it is an intelligent, artificial, or bioorganic, but it's some type of intelligence that is eons ahead of us humans, and they've been here longer than us. What the hell is going on?
I got a question for y'all. I'll ask later.
Y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see this. Look at this. Look. Told y'all. Look. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Look. So I slowed it down for y'all to show y'all, like, that is no tricks, y'all. Like, it's really real. Look at her eyes, y'all. Look. Look. You see her eyes are small when it's normal, and look how wide and big her eyes become when she accesses those eyes. Look at that, y'all. In real time. Y'all see that? So this is just a regular person, right? She was feeding a squirrel. This could be your neighbor, y'all. Your neighbor wearing the furries, right? Down the road. You have no idea, right? Her name is Christina. Let's say Christina living down the road wearing the furries is one of them, and you had no idea until she does this. And then what's with the tongue? Is that the natural color of the tongue? I'm curious, y'all. What is going on here? They told y'all they were going to start showing themselves, y'all. I mean, they do say they do like rats and voles and creatures of that nature. Do you think like she's just masquerading to be like this furry over here, right? That's like a costume for them. So you don't think they're really, one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, huh? I'm sure 2025 we're going to find out a lot more of these, y'all. Y'all better check on your neighbor, Christina, down the road. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Fellas, what y'all doing if a woman just pop up out like that?
Ever since I heard that alien shit, I can't stop thinking about it. And this is going to be my second video, but they come from underwater. Now they got me thinking a whole bunch of shit. It's like, I don't even want to go on cruises no more. And I always said this, like, you could go into space, but you never, ever been to the bottom of the ocean. Like, you can't explore the whole ocean, but you can go into space. I'm not going to lie. This shit is really going to have me up all night for a couple of nights. Because, like, I need to know what's going on. Like, why you can't talk to dolphins? And I know that I don't even got nothing to do with it. It really don't. But let me ask you this. What if we are the aliens? Like us. We the aliens. Like, we just came here from somewhere. Who made us? Because if there's aliens and they come from wherever they come from, who made them? What's going on? Just think about all the sightings, like people seeing them on a regular basis. This don't bother y'all? But I guess, all right, no problem. They gotta be playing. Everything is a joke to y'all. This shit's serious. 2024 been a lot, man. For real.
Hey, he just said, what if we the aliens? Didn't Demi say that they been here way before us. They said that they way ahead of us. They way intelligent. They've been here before us. So if something or somebody was in a place before us, wouldn't that make us the aliens? I'm just asking. And it ain't outer space. The water is outside the ice walls is outer space, man. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. We have an inner earth. The earth is also more so of a flat surface. It ain't a globe. We have inner earth, but I feel like also there's land past the ice walls. I don't think earth's a globe. I don't think we were here first. I think we were here second. And that's why, another reason why some people, they afraid of him. Like, he's saying, like, he can't, I could sleep, bro. I ain't miss no sleep. We knew they were here. They're telling us they were here. But keep your guard up, listening to what they tell us. You get what I mean? We already knew this shit. Some of us that's been a part of the collective, some people that's part of the collective don't agree with aliens being aliens. They believe they're fallen angels. I respect everybody's opinion. We all good. But I'm saying, I feel like I knew they were already here. They just telling us some shit we already knew. But it's coming with a twist. That's my opinion. Let me know if I'm reaching. I ain't afraid of this shit, but we knew they were there. What if the dolphins work with them? And that's why we can't communicate with the dolphins, because the dolphins is like the middleman between us and them aliens. I'm just asking. I'm not saying I believe it, but it's worth the question, right?
The first thing we want to do is spread the knowledge to other people, since it helped us so much. But the thing is that now we're speaking on a frequency that they may not understand. They've never seen this frequency. And on top of that, they have a built-in program that shuts down all that you're saying. They see that it's coming from a person that they think they know. But the thing is, they may know you, but they don't know your soul.
That's facts.
Check this out, y'all. What you're looking at over here are the graveyards in Saudi Arabia. If you didn't know, it's been raining heavily in Saudi Arabia. Not just that, but they just got some hail, and it did like a little hail sand tsunami. And now this is what the graveyards are looking like. As you can see, there's holes all over the gravesite, right? It looks like the bodies are coming up out of the ground. Those are different looking tombstones. I don't know what those are, but y'all see that, y'all? Like, it's so much water. They experience so much water that is literally lifting the body. If this doesn't show you that the world is changing, I don't know what to tell you. And I think what they're doing is they're basically paying respects, because, you know, who wants this type of stuff to happen, you know, to their loved ones, to their ancestors? You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on in Saudi Arabia. Y'all see what's going on. I've been posting a lot about Saudi Arabia. There's a lot going on over there that you guys are not aware of. You know what I'm saying? Because this type of stuff is not supposed to be happening. Well, you know, the change is here. The shift is here. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out.
A lot of y'all say it's that cloud seeding.
Listen to Alan Watts' take on life after death.
What will it be like to go to sleep and never wake up? And if you think long enough about that, nothing will happen. You will find out, among other things, that it'll pose the next question to you. What was it like to wake up after having never gone to sleep? That was when you were born. So after you're dead, everything that can happen is the same experience. In other words, we all know very well that after people die, other people are born. And they're all you. Only you can only experience it one at a time. Everybody is I. You all know you are you. And wheresoever beings exist throughout all galaxies, it doesn't make any difference. You are all of.
Hey, I ain't coming back here to Earth. Fuck that.
Things humans were never meant to see. They strapped a camera to a shark and look. What it captured, as you can see, the camera is attached. Now, as the shark goes deeper in the water, you won't believe the shocking sighting it caught. wait for it. Now look closely. Is that a mermaid?
Now, that clip came on the channel early on, and some of y'all said it was fake. I remember it. It was like, I was new to this whole channel thing, and I remember seeing the comments, and a lot of people said that it was fake. I don't know. I would like to say, if they came out and said that aliens are coming from our water, what makes me think that there's not a such thing as a megalodon? What makes me think that there's not a such thing as a Loch Ness monster? Like, what makes me think that there's not, like, things we can't describe that's out there? Sirens, aka mermaids, however you want to put them. It's hard to not think about that, because we can't go all the way down. So who's to say that's not, that they're not where we can't go? Aliens are. So why can't nothing else be? Let me know. Let me know if that's a good way to look at it, or if I'm looking at it the wrong way. Y'all spam it up.
On January 2014, Brucho Syndicate captured a very strange phenomenon in the middle of a frozen pond somewhere in Europe. He was walking his dog, and it was a very cold day, and he spotted this bizarre water hole in the middle of a frozen pond, and inside of it, well, this is what he captured on camera. Check this out.
What the? Hey, what is that?
After all this alien news being underwater, ain't nobody could tell me that mermaids are not real. It's a reason why 5% of the ocean was only explored. The government had official evidence that they were UFOs, aliens, whatever, living in the ocean, doing their business in the ocean, and they still kept it a secret from us. And now it's gotten to the point where they can't even hide it from us, because there has been so many sightings. People have been noticing, like, fast ass shit in the ocean or whatever, like, the issue is. But it's just crazy to think about how there's a whole different life underwater, like a whole different species, creatures that we don't even know about. And they have been living amongst us this whole entire time, while they brainwashed us to think that they were outer space. It kind of sends like chills down my body, because like I've always never wanted to go like in the beach water, nothing wanted to go too into the ocean. The ocean just creeped me out. It's just freaky, and I'm just not a fan of it. I don't even go on boat rides. I don't go on those ship cruises. I don't go on none of that, because I just don't like being in the middle of the ocean. And I just feel like now that all this shit is coming out, everything is adding up, everything is starting to make sense. And a lot of people are talking about, oh, even if we know this information, why does it matter? It matters because a lot of people had theories, and people were making them doubt themselves, or making them seem like they were crazy for thinking that, or for even saying that in the first place. But man, 2024 is such a crazy year, and this is how we're ending it, to find out that there are aliens, UFOs living underwater. And like, it's crazy because 70% of Earth is like ocean, water, bodies of water. And just to know that, like, who knows how many are in there, or like how long they've been there. They've been there longer than us apparently. So like, going back to the old times, like, damn.
I just woke up and the first thing I saw was a TikTok where somebody said we were the penal colony aliens and that's why they're coming out of the ocean. They're checking to see our progress. And honestly, it's too early for all that.
To let you know that you God, you go right down to the George Washington. If I'm lying, then you don't blame me, blame the white people. You go right down to Alexandria, Virginia. In the George Washington Masonic Memorial. Go through, it's a free tour. You don't have to pay nothing. Take the tour and they go through all the stuff that the Masons put in this building, this big shrine. And you go to all the floors and you learn about the grotto rite, the Scottish rite, the York rite. And when you get to the top floor, if you're not a group of people, if you're a group of black people, they usually say that floor is under construction or they don't open that up. But if you one or two black people, you sneak in with a whole group of white people, they'll take you in the top floor. And in the top floor, they got a bunch of white people reaching up to heaven, and they got this big black hand coming down to get them. Now, call me a liar and call me crazy, but the white man knows something. Why in the top of his, George Washington is the father of his country, and in his shrine, at the top, where they tell you the pinnacle of all this, they telling you who God. Why is it they going to put a big black hand coming from heaven? If I'm lying, I'm flying. I saw it with my own eyes.
I think it's all strictly crossbreeding, humans with dogs and cattle and all that kind of stuff. And, the stories of Nightmare Hall is true, and that's one of the levels. I think it's the 7th level, where they have all the experiments gone wrong, but for one reason or another, they don't want to kill them. So whoever goes down there, they hear the howling and screaming, and that's where all those terrible stories come from. When I met Cherry, she had seen the 7 black and white photos, but not the videotape. The security guard allowed her to make a pencil drawing of the 25 black and white photos, not all of them, but some. And she handed me 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with her pencil drawing of what was in those photos. There were 6 pages. And those are the ones she asked me to copy in felt tip black, which I did, identical to what she had. And those I released as the Dulcie papers, and they became the infamous Dulcie papers.
Chosen one, you, listen, chosen one, you are probably one of the most authentic people in the world. They done watched you, chosen one. God then used them to fashion and mold you. Chosen, you not only are you are one of the freest people in the world. Freedom, chosen one. This is why you talk to the spirits and people be like, you crazy. No, I ain't. I'm talking to your spirit, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can call me crazy all you want to. Because you ain't said nothing to me, and I told you, hey, you going on playing. I'll tell people stuff like that, and they ain't even said nothing to me. Ma'am, you might as well move around. You ain't finna stop nothing. They be like, what? I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to your spirit. You don't really talk to people, man. I'm telling you this, man. You don't talk to nobody. You communicate with spirits. Whether they mouth moving or not. It's all spirit.
no more. And I think that's why they're having to tell us all, because something's going to happen. I'm waiting for something to happen. It feels like something's going to happen. Doesn't it feel like that for you? Let me hear your answers and your comments, please.
Okay. Now I got a question. Y'all remember when Free Rashad Jamal, by the way? Y'all remember when he said the Anunnaki's coming back? He said that, or he used the words, our ancestors are coming back. So he came back like he said they would. And what if they telling us that they've been here so that we don't question where they came from? And what if when we say we all feel like something's about to happen? And what if the reason why they did just tell us the truth, but not the whole truth? Remember I said that, they're gonna lie about something. What if they felt like they did have to tell us because they know something's about to happen and they have to tell us? And what if they at war? Like I asked before, what if they at war with each other? What if they about to go to war with each other? And what if they telling them like, look, we about to come over there and start tearing shit up. So yeah, we coming to get y'all though. We don't want to hit them. We coming to get y'all. Because y'all the ones making ruckus and causing all the shit out here. It ain't us. It ain't us. We here chilling. It's them that's controlling and telling us what we can and can't do and what we need to do and what's right. What if they at war? So they feel like, oh, we got to let them know that they out there so we can get them to be scared when we stage this bullshit and make it look like it's really them. Because I really don't think they coming to touch us. Why? What do we owe them? Nothing. What benefit is hurting us gonna do to them? Nothing. But what benefit is it gonna do for them to go at the top of the totem pole? A lot to benefit from that. So I'm just asking, in outer space, outside the ice walls, it's the outer space, not outer space. Like, come on, bro. They flip and manipulate words so much. Why we can't expect them to flip and manipulate that?
Guys are completely crazy. They'll make the mistake of trusting a cannibal. I'll let you see their reactions when they realize it.
Can we just walk out? Can you just walk out? Un momento. Got it. Hold on. Do you see his face when I said that? Bro, it's like his whole demeanor changed. Like he was smiling and then he just went. He looks possessed. Yeah. He literally looks possessed until I said the word food. Okay, yeah, he definitely wants to cause us harm. Oh, he's coming, dude, he's coming. Oh, he's literally coming. No, yo, chill. Go. Oh. He just threw a coconut. What the bro, what the hell's wrong with this guy? He's completely changed. Oh my god. Go.
Where is that piece, bruh? Hand that to me.
Now I found myself. I still would have been a part of the circus, bro. What is the circus? I mean, along with the act. Break it down, okay. You got into that. Yeah. All right, let me just tell you. The circus. Only looking up shit that's on Instagram that they feed to. Mm-hmm. That's the circus. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, oh, Black history, you learn something about Black history, and it's like, oh, I'm about to look this up now. That's the Matrix. Instead of you going and looking up, like, all right, if I'm into cameras, I want to know who made Sony, and I want to know how did he make his money, and who was his family, and what school did he go to, and what was
was his interest in making camera? What triggered him to make that camera? Right. Instead of you seeing it online, like, oh, a black man made the camera.
They gave him a big ass deal with Adidas, $1 million for $1 million per year. They made him switch his number to number 1 because they was telling him he was gonna be the one because they thought he was gonna stay on their side and rock with them. The elites, I'm talking about D Rose, they sent him to the Chicago Bulls because the elites worship the bull. Actually, they even worship the bull valleys. You see what I'm saying?
But you see how he chose not to go that way. And there's comments where people say they all guilty. And I'll be telling y'all, bro, there's some people I've actually rubbed shoulders with. I've been in the same room with some of these people. Shit, I hoop. Man, I'm not even gonna air his name out. But I hooped with, man, we was hooping. And somebody was right there and he said, how's the league? He said, man, only thing they care about is shoes and stats. That's it. And this dude was about to, and he was one of the best centers ever. And I've actually been in the studio. I've been around certain people who've been around other people who involved in that shit. And they'll tell me, bro, I just couldn't do it. And I would sit there and be like, nah, I get it. And they'd be like, but then people could do it, but I just couldn't do it. And they'll have opportunities, but they had to work hard for them opportunities. Meanwhile, the person who did what they was the circus, they'll get those alley-oops. They'll get them. And that's where, like, some people be like, they all guilty. No, they not all the time. There's some people that you'll see in a movie that may not have sold out yet. That test is coming, though. They gonna have to choose whether they gonna do it or whether they not gonna do it. But not all of them is guilty, man. I'm telling you. Not all of them is playing characters of other people either. Some of these people are real people. Some of them still have their soul. Some of them still have their spirit. Some of them still have their character and morals intact. That's just me standing up for some of them. Because I see the comments and some people be going crazy on people because they may not have never met them. I've actually met some of these people. And they not all bad. Not all gonna sell out for that bullshit either. So, that's all I'm saying.
Peace, family. So, I need y'all to look at everybody on this beach and look where they're looking. Why are they looking in the water like this? Is this for a movie? Do they see something? Because we're looking at it and we don't see it. But everybody out there is literally looking towards the water. I've made videos in the past of saying that something is in the water. Why are they looking at the water? What's in the water? What is calling them to look that way? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think.
My husband just brought up something very interesting on this $2 bill, y'all. I want y'all to see this. Who the is that? Who is that? Who is that black man on the back of this $2? Who is that? I need to know. Who is that? That's Unc. Who is that?
Damn. That's a big-ass Nephilim ring, dog. Look at that. Look at his hand compared to that ring. That's a big-ass ring. I wonder where they found that where they got that from. How the you just get a ring like that, dog? And who it belonged to? You know they got it off a body. Where the body at? I want to see the big-ass Nephilim this ring belonged to, dog. You're always trying to keep some other secrets. I told you the fallen angels, they amongst us, dog. They used to be big as a mother, though. Look at that big-ass ring. Or maybe it was a god. Or maybe it was a that looked like me. Anunnaki with a ring look like that. Who knows, dog? I just want to know where they got that. Look at the craftsmanship on that mother. Yeah, they had to have some different type of machinery back then to do this shit. Better than the shit we got now. Look at the detail of the mother. Yeah, Tartarian technology it look like, dog. I'm intrigued like a mother. I want to find out who the ring belonged to. Who is wearing the big-ass ring? Who manufactured the big-ass ring? Does the ring have powers, dog? What if it do? I want to see the mother in person so I can take it and run. You know they ain't gonna let me get away. But I'll still try, dog. I want to keep that big ring for myself, dog. A championship ring. Give me that big-ass 13,000-year-old Nephilim ring, dog. That's a big fact. Peace.
For the record, 23 weight. Hey, bro, I hope you watching this. One day, we gonna have to kick it on some real, on some real shit. Cause I feel like we could vibe, bro. I feel like we could vibe. We would have the most craziest talks, and we be laughing and chilling. It'd be a straight vibe. That'd be the homie for life. I mean, if y'all feel me, I'm just saying, that's a cool dude, man. Just hearing how he talk and the shit that he say, we see the same shit. We see the same shit. That's crazy. I want to know what powers it got. But now me, on my personal time, I genuinely love watching organized crime films, crime TV shows. Powers my shit, Godfather, shit like that. So I be watching like certain YouTubers who do like ideas for the next episode of Power. When he said the Nephilim, if you like, for what I'm thinking, he's like, it got powers, right? Who built it? What was it used for? Who was it? Whose was it? If y'all don't know, if y'all watch Raising Kanan, Unique ain't no longer, right? His brother Ronnie took him out. At least we thought that. He took the car, he took the jewelry. The bulletproof car, he took the jewelry. He sold the jewelry to Early Tyler. We saw Unique come back, but he's supposed to be Breeze. This time around, face messed up and everything. He gonna go back and get his jewelry. He want that money. He gonna come back and get it with a vengeance. That's what made me think about this damn shit. If you take anybody's jewelry and you think they ain't coming back and they come back, they're gonna be pissed off that you thought they was gone. That's gonna strike at their ego or their pride or their character. They're gonna be pissed off, especially if they're already an animal. And then they're gonna come back and be like, man, just for the respect and just with vengeance, they kicking everything's ass. That's just what I think. So let me know if I'm reaching with that. But whoever's damn ring that is, if he ever wake up, he's coming back kicking shit down. He putting his foot all on next. Am I reaching or do y'all agree? I'm just saying.
Stop scrolling. Have you seen that a comet is about to hit the sun, causing the northern lights to go all the way down to Mexico? Make sure you guys keep your eyes on the sky tonight.
I ain't hear that one.
Well, guys, there's been another update on the monkeys. They've been reported to be sighted in people's backyard. They have videos out there. Like I told y'all before, get on Google. It's on there. Y'all be careful. Lock your doors. Lock your windows. They finally showed up in people's backyards. And if you ask me, this shit is a conspiracy, bro. Something's going on. Something's going on. But y'all have a good night.
Shit is set up, man.
Forever in my life. Man, that monkey's gonna come kill us, Mama. I'm like, Mommy, go! You're steady taking pictures. Oh my God.
That sound like me and my mom's. Shit, she want to take pictures and I'm scared.
I was waiting for somebody to post this, but no one has, so I'm gonna do it. Anyway, look, we don't gotta storm the Capitol, y'all. And if you grew up black or you are black and you watch this black classic, 100%, this spooked me out. And I'm black myself. So I'm gonna need somebody out there to go find that painting that they came out of, go and put that in the White House and let them take care of the rest.
Oh shit, they did come out the painting. Hey, if anybody didn't know, y'all gotta go watch Tales from the Hood. It's a classic, bro. Straight classic. I just quoted that movie when he was in the straitjacket. And what was he saying? He was cussing. I can't say it. If I'm not mistaken, he's using the F word. I can't use it. But he getting that straitjacket and he just keep cussing and cussing and cussing. That shit, that movie is crazy. It's a classic though. Of course it look a little fake nowadays, but the movie a classic. They did scare me too. The dude with the cop situation, that one scared me, just his face. And then the very last scene when dude transforms into the devil, that shit used to freak me out too. That's a classic ass movie. I might have to turn that shit on tonight. I might have to take it down memory lane and check that out, man. Let me know if y'all seen Tales from the Hood. If you have, if you like it, if you don't like it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a dope movie. It's a dope movie. Classic, like I said.
Time out, yo. The missing part of the pyramid is what's on the dollar bill. I don't know why I never thought about that till now, but I feel like there's something about that shit. Hold on, look at this video real quick, y'all. And supposedly it's something written at the top of the pyramid, y'all. So I took a screenshot and I zoomed in, and you can see that there is something written at the top, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I just find it very strange, y'all, that the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill is basically that. Then we ask ourselves, why does America even have a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? And specifically this one, because there are a lot of different pyramids and shit like that, all different shapes and shit. I feel like I'm on my national treasure shit right now. Y'all trying to figure it out. Because, you know, nobody could just stand up there and read that shit. Very interesting. Wait up!
When did the moon start doing this? I filmed the moon 3 hours apart today, and you guys have to see it. Alright, this is at 4:53 p.m. It's 10:32 p.m. and I just took this. Did it change phases? Like, how is this possible? Like, I genuinely want to be wrong. I don't want to believe that it's a projection or whatever, but what is that? This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm completely crazy.
So did we collectively do a timeline shift? Because so many psychics were predicting that Harris was going to win, but Trump actually won. And if you're curious, I did a prediction with my friends who are also psychic. I knew that Trump was going to win. I just wasn't a part of the group that said it out loud. But why were there so many psychics that were tapping into the timeline of Harris winning? I think what's happening right now is that the veil is thinning, like a lot. So many of you guys have commented and come to me during our one-on-ones to tell me that reality feels like a dream. Sometimes you can't even differentiate what is the dream and what is reality. Also, some of you have been saying that the signs and synchronicities you see in your life, like repeating numbers at an all-time high to the point where you're starting to get a little scared. And you're also saying that your manifestations are coming in so much quicker. This means we're also jumping to a higher frequency or dimension, whatever you want to personally call it. So the fact that so many powerful psychics, whether you want to call them false prophets or not, why did they collectively tap into so many of them tapped into the timeline that Harris was going to win? And they were so sure about their predictions. They were even reading like astrological charts. Do you guys think the collective changed the trajectory and wanted Trump to win? Or do you think that there was another divine intervention being done and it wasn't just our energy? And before the comments are going to start pulling in, no, I don't support either sides. I think they all work for the same entity. But we cannot ignore the impactful symbolism that these candidates have on our world history right now.
I say don't get lost in the sauce. She right. I feel like they work together. But I respect anybody who chose either side. I'm not here to disagree with that. You could, in the comments, say whatever you please. You will not get a response from me based off some shit like that. I got bigger fish to fry. Like, I got more shit to worry about than to argue with somebody based off that. Congratulations. If your person won, and that's who you wanted to win, congratulations. If you didn't want this person to win, I apologize that you feel that way. Other than that, on to the next. I feel like that they playing with our minds. They playing with all of us, because there's some people who stepping out of it, and we just looking at it like, I respect it. Whatever y'all chose, I respect it. Now let's get back to our regular day trying to figure all this shit out. And then there's some people who on one side who they feel like it went in their favor. And then there's some people who gonna be like, man, it's a trick because they let that person win. Nah, I just think that they played with our perception. They knew who they was gonna choose the whole time. They just let some people gather up on one side too much. They let these people gather up on this side. And then when it was that time frame, it was like, all right, cool, now we gonna give them this and we're gonna blindside them. I feel like they trying to get two parties to go against each other. Literally, in a physical form. I feel like they trying to get the red to fight the blue and the blue to fight the red. So they could step in and have that martial law shit. Y'all get what I mean? Like they trying to step in and dictate and put in curfews and shit like that. That's why I be telling everybody, like, chill out, let's show respect. Let's be respectful to one another, because we are humans, and when shit hit the fan, we gonna be the ones that gotta deal with each other. They gonna be doing their own shit, hiding in bunkers or at the hills and shit. So again, if you watching this, don't get lost in the sauce. Choose whoever you choose, red or blue, but don't go to war behind it. Trust me, they waiting for us to do that so they can step in and control shit. Either you want to control it yourself and be an adult, or you gonna be a damn kid and a child and fight about it and let them come in and control and supervise you like you back in school and shit. That's how I see it.
Ghost stories, spooky stories, whatever you call it, supernatural stories, and share like real stories like that or things that occurred to them, because nobody wants to feel like everybody thinks you're crazy. But I remember sharing a story one night at work, and everybody from all walks of life started sharing their own stories, and it turns out everybody's got a scary story. So I have two. There's one I don't talk about because it still terrifies me, because I know I would have died. But there's the first occurrence, I don't mind sharing because it doesn't scare me as bad now. But it was a crazy event, but it's a shared experience. So I have a witness for this one. But if you like this story that I'm about to tell you, and you want to hear the other one, comment below and share your own stories if you have any. There was one night, my sister and I was about 18 or 19. She's 4 years older than me. And we both lived at home in Detroit, Michigan, in this older home. It was like 1 in the morning. I was the only one up. Everybody else was upstairs asleep. And I heard my sister calling me really softly, which was already weird because we're a loud family. So it's like, why are you whispering? What is happening? But she was going, Reese, Reese. And I'm like, what? She goes, come here. Well, I'm downstairs, I'm watching Friends, and I didn't feel like getting up. I didn't respond to her, but I thought to myself in my head, like, I'll go in once it goes to commercial. Luckily for her, it went to commercial just then. So I was just like, okay. So I go to run up the stairs, like, just being silly, just kind of jogging up the stairs. Our bathroom was at the top of the stairs, and the light was on. And we usually leave the light on so that it could illuminate the hallway and the stairs. Our light was on, and I get to the top of the landing, and I jumped once I got on the landing, and I was like, okay, I'm here. And I looked down the hallway, which is not a long hallway, so the bathroom should have illuminated it, but the hallway was uber dark, like really dark. And I remember thinking, like, why is it so dark down there? But I'm still walking towards her door. And just as I get to the entryway to her bedroom door, which was across from mine, it was like, and her door was open. But just as I get to the entryway, it was like I felt a breeze, like something moved really fast past me. And it startled me because I remember I kind of like stepped back and then I like put my back against the wall in the hallway, kind of like, what the heck was that? But I couldn't see. So I remember like reaching around behind me into her room and flipping the switch, hoping to see like, what the heck was that? And just as I did that, of course I don't see anything, but I like turned and like peeked in her room so I can be like, what's going on? As soon as I look at her, she's got the covers up to her chin and she's like staring at the ceiling, shaking. And she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She's like, Reese? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, she said she woke up and her room was pitch black and she felt real uncomfortable. And she's like, why is it so dark? She started calling me thinking I was in bed across the hall. And she was like scared to get up because it was just a weird feeling. And she said she called me. I said, what? And she was like, come here. Well, she said about like a minute or two after she called me, she heard me say, here I am. And she's like, where are you? I can't see. Turn the light on. And just as she said that, she heard me down the hall go, okay, I'm here. Now, that might not scare you, but I can promise you, anybody in my community, usually we don't jive with that. Like, nah, dog. We woke my mother up. Ma, get the oil, start praying. I don't know what just happened, but we both kind of had a weird moment right now, and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that was my little spooky story. But like I said, I have a second one which was actually terrifying, and I know people are not gonna believe me, especially if you don't believe me on this one. But if you want to hear that one, I will work up the courage and tell that story. But you got to tell me down below. All right.
Oh, I want to hear that second story. I do believe her with the first one. What about y'all?
Did you know that only 2 to 3% of the population is having a spiritual awakening? And if that's you, you may be feeling a lot today. And it may be positive or it may be negative. Either way, what we need for people to do is to step fully into their gift of service to help make the world a better place. Boy, we have a lot of interpretations of what that means. But to be aligned with your soul purpose is probably going to mean that you do less harm out in this world. And that's really what we need, is a little less harm. So when I look at a person's soul contract, and that's what I do, my name's Amelia, I read soul contracts, I look at their karma. There's 7 different quadrants, but there's 2 about karma. And in that karma, you're going to see what keeps coming up for you again and again, the themes, the chaos, the challenges. And behind that, if you can work through that pain or that chaos or those troublesome things, you're going to find your gift of service or what you're here to do, to stand in alignment with your soul. And that, my friend, is what the 2 to 3% need to be doing right now, regardless of where you land. To be in your gift of service is what we all want of each other. If you want to learn more about how to get your soul contract and how to have me interpret it for you, you can find out right there.
Learning the patterns and the challenges, you got to be aware of that. For me, I'll be honest with y'all. This past 7, man, from Monday, today I'm shooting this on Saturday. It's 4:52 on the 16th, November 16th. From Monday till now, I've had a non-stop go. For instance, I'm shooting this video for y'all right now. I haven't even posted Saturday's video yet. So when y'all see this tomorrow on Sunday, y'all gonna be like, bro, you was late with Saturday's video. I just been on the go. I apologize. It's been life. Holidays is coming. Family. There's so much things I gotta get to. And mentally, I've been just tired, just mentally tapped out and drained. But y'all don't get to feel that though. Because when I come with y'all, man, I love doing this. So y'all get a whole nother vibe. I love doing this. It's like my safe place. So I feel her though, cause like lately I was going through it, but I do know, and I've gotten to this point mentally where I know how the test is coming, I know the challenge, and I know all I gotta do is keep my cool, stay focused, stay calm, stay cool, don't overreact, don't trip on nobody, don't do it. The better the more I can stay calm, the better I can project a better energy, and I will receive that back in return. That's how I be looking at it, and then since I've been looking at it that way, it's been working. So I can agree with her. I can agree with her. Let me know how y'all feeling on that line, on that clip.
The conspiracy around the hurricane stuff?
Yep.
Yes. Literally after we stopped filming it, I saw like 10 or so posts talking about this area in, I believe, North Carolina.
Okay.
That is one of the world's largest deposits of lithium.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. Like it would bring in so much money from America of producing batteries for electric cars, like all this stuff. And it's in a residential zone. And they've gone to these people supposedly and said, we'd like to purchase your land. And they all refused.
Are you kidding me?
And now that exact same spot is
wiped out.
Wiped out.
This is Maui all over again.
Maui
we want the land.
Smart City Initiative too.
They said the amount of lithium there is like upwards of like $5 trillion plus.
Oh goodness gracious.
Like, I mean, it's lithium rich in this area that was wiped out.
And so now we have to keep an eye on that area because what the flip are they going to do there, dude?
Yeah.
People won't be able to afford to rebuild. And so if someone can come in and cover like the remaining mortgage, families will go somewhere else and start over.
Yeah.
The land behind.
Hear me out. This is the type of stuff I think about all the time, right? And I can't grasp this concept right now. How is it that we spend 9 months encompassing water in the womb, right? But when we are born, we cannot breathe underwater. Why? Somebody answer that for me. We should all be able to breathe underwater with no problem. We just did it for 9 months, bro. With no problem. We should never have a problem breathing underwater. And then if you really think about it, we in a firmament, right? So like, as above, so below. It's water above and it's water below. So really, we are supposed to be in water. So what's got us not being able to breathe underwater? Where are we? What is this?
Hey, great point. Great point.
You want to know what's obvious proof that we are living in a simulation, bro? We set our clocks ahead an hour. And then we set them back an hour. Time isn't real. Where did that come from? They made it. They made it so it can do that. I don't know what they do, but there is no reason why we should be doing it.
Y'all believe that last clip? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look. The clip before that, I thought I saw something weird. So you remember the day we went over that video, a lady in the car, and her time was off or something? And I said, oh, she got the same car I got, and that didn't happen to me. Well, I got 3 total laptops. One from 2011, one from like 2020, and another one that I got like last year. And they all max, right? Where that other one at? It's right here. I got it right to my right. The time frame. It's so weird. The times didn't go back an hour. There was 2 hours, a 2-hour difference. It was weird. It was like 6 o'clock when I was looking, because I was going through the laptop to grab old music. Like music that's not been released, and I took it down. Shit, this from like 2013, 2014, young me. So I just want to listen to it, check it out. So I'm trying to go through the laptop. I seen the time, and I'm like, wait, it's 6 o'clock. But it said 4 o'clock on there. And I'm like, but if the hour went ahead of time, an hour, or it goes back an hour. Since when do we go back 2 hours? I never took it to no other time zone. So how is that possible? And the last time I opened that computer probably was like, had to be maybe close to a year. But I don't use it no more. It's so old, it's outdated. if y'all have a MacBook from then, and y'all try to crack it open now, y'all know the screens and everything look different. It was just weird. And I was like, how is that even possible? How? 2 hour difference? It didn't make any sense. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Time is kind of weird. I meant to bring that to y'all attention beforehand, but I forgot. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. I love the Collective. If you haven't subbed up yet, you watching on your TV, it's all good. I appreciate you as well. It's all love. I wish you a smooth 7. But until I see y'all in the next one, man, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm